It all started in Mesopotamia. There was a lot of tension between the city-states, which led to wars and breakouts. Some of the tension of the warring occurred because of the growth and unequal distribution of wealth. Some of the weapons that were used were spears, bows and arrows, axes, and stone hammers.
We now turn to China and the warring amongst themselves and outsiders. After the Zhou took over the Shang, that lasted for over 600 years and thrived in warfare due to the use of bows and arrows and hand-to-hand combat. The reason for these wars was the pressure of trying to run such a large state, which led to creating a decentralized administration that left the power in local hands and brought instability to the state.
We now turn to China and the warring amongst themselves and outsiders. After the Zhou took over the Shang, they lasted for over 600 years and thrived in warfare due to the use of bows and arrows and hand-to-hand combat. The reason for these wars was the pressure of trying to run such a large state, which led to creating a decentralized administration that left a lot of power in the local hands and brought instability.
Rome was a prosperous nation, but partially fell due to the Germanic invasions. The Germanic people, who consisted of Visigoths and Ostrogoths, attacked Rome using spears, swords, bows and arrows, and helmets and shields to protect themselves. The Romans had many of the same weapons like spears, swords, helmets, and shields. However, they were not powerful enough to defeat the Germans.
During the Spanish Empire, the conquistadors gained the upper hand in their battles with the weapons that they possessed. They had 3-foot-long steel swords that were sharpened on both sides. They also had wooden lances, early muskets, crossbows, and they were covered head to toe in steel armor. This gave them the advantage over their enemies because they were more advanced.
Jumping all the way to World War I, some of the weapons that were used were machine guns, automatic guns, tanks, field guns, and shrapnel guns. They also used chemical warfare. They used poison gas to wipe out large areas of enemy-occupied places. Another method that was used in World War I was carpet bombing of large cities in enemy countries to rid the area of all inhabitants.
In the time of World War II, the most deadly weapon used was the atomic bomb. This deadly explosive could wipe out whole sides of countries. Also, after an atomic bomb hits, that area stays radioactive for 7 years. Some of the other weapons that were used were plastic explosives, rockets, underwater missiles, pistols, machine guns, and claymores. Some advancements during World War II were the help of naval artillery with submarines, ships, and underwater mines.
Destruction and dust and debris is all that is left of this suburb after the atomic bomb hit. Running and ducking and covering your head will not protect you of an atomic bomb, as this is shown.
Some of the types of warfare used during the Korean War was aerial attacks. They used jet fighters to fight off enemy warplanes. They also relied on Vickers and Bren machine guns. The role was also introduced to the American Super Bazooka, which is effective in penetrating thick tank armor. New Centurion tanks were used as well as plenty of machine guns. The Korean War was fought between the USA and the Communists, in which the US rose to victory due to their advanced weaponry.
The Vietnam War was fought to keep communism from spreading around the world. The U.S. turned to drafting due to lack of young men signing up to fight, which caused the war to be even more unpopular than it already was. The main advancement in the Vietnam War was guerrilla warfare, which is hiding in the trees and shooting at their enemies before they knew what hit them.
Today's advancements in warfare are predator drones, advanced guns with more ammo storage and accuracy, and they also have chemical weapons such as mustard gas. Some other weapons are sniper rifles and squad automatic weapons. Today's military also has the use of conventional weapons, which had great impacts but weren't as destructive as other nuclear weapons.